go over video 1 regarding the poster, retro style poster project you're doing here. It's going to be very, very important that you pay attention to this video, as you might miss steps if you don't. Okay, so this is the step we're going to get to today. You're going to have all this stuff created. All right, so the first things first, you want to have the retro poster project available. You want to have the link from the Edmodo link available. Okay, I'm going to double click on my folder. I'm going to click and drag the paper vintage book.jpg into Photoshop. It's going to look just like this. Then I'm going to go back here to my retro poster project, and I'm going to double click on the watercolor.abr brush. It's going to load it into this file that I'm working on. I'm going to click on my brushes. I'm going to select the brush that looks just like this. Okay. I'm going to get a color red. I'm going to angle my brush. By the way, you can choose the angle of the brush by clicking on this little arrow at the top of this. You can rotate the brush to any degree you want it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get the brush set up so it goes directly across. Create a new layer. This is going to be called the banner layer. I'm going to click one time. I'm going to change my layer mode over here to multiply. Now you see the under part of the paper come through. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is go double click on this font right here. By double clicking on this, it's going to unload it and let you install it. Follow all the steps to get that font installed. You'll click install font. This will calibrate. It will ask you probably for my information, and that's on that little sheet of that little card. You'll click here, say install checked. Okay? Follow all those steps. So what I'm going to do now, while I'm back in here, is go ahead and click on the text tool. I'm going to click and drag out a box to go over here. Okay? I'm going to type in drivers wanted. I'm going to hit Command A to select it all. And I'm going to go to that font by typing in HEAD and there it is, headline 1. Okay? I'm going to hold down, click on this little object here, drag it out just a little. Okay? Drag it just back a hair. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to hit return. I'm sorry, not return. Click on it, click on the move tool. Now I can position it and do whatever I want with it. I like where it is. I'm going to come over to my layers, and I'm going to command click on that layer. Okay, I'm going to turn that text layer off, come over here to layer 1, and I'm going to click add layer mask. Okay, what happened? The text, it did the inverse of what we wanted to do. So I'm going to hit Command Z. I'm going to hit Shift Command I, and then I'm going to click the layer mask. And now you can see the type coming through the poster. All right, so I'm going to click back on this right here, selecting the regular layer. I'm going to get my rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to click and drag across and hit delete to get a good straight line for that. Hit Command D, take my rectangular marquee tool once more, get a small little sliver, and hit delete once more. So now we have what we're looking for. Okay? So the next thing we need to do is do the script font. Typically, the script font would be at an angle here. If we go back to our video, you can see it says, for a day of thrills and spills. Okay? So that is actually, you get that script font by double-clicking and opening my folder here and clicking freehand.ttf. You'll load that font just as you loaded the other one. I'm going to take my text tool, click and drag out a text box, change it to freehand by typing FREE. There it is, freehand 575 regular. And I'm going to say for a day of thrills and spills. Oops, I don't see all my words. I'm going to hit Command A to select all. Shift, Command, and the left square bracket. That pulls in the, I'm sorry, Shift, Command, and the left alligator mouth. Make that a little bit smaller. There it is. Okay, I'm going to click on my Move tool. My Move tool is going to allow me to position it a little. Then I'm going to hit Command T. And notice how when I hover around here, you see double-headed arrows. I'm going to click and just double-headed arrow angle that like so. Click and move it up just a hair. Say return after I like the way it's set up. And pull it up just a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to do a command click on that text layer, selecting that type. Come back over here, click on my, from here, do select, modify, expand. We want to expand this by 5 pixels, say OK. Here we are. Now we're going to go back to our layer mask on the banner layer. And now we're just going to fill that with black. So I'm going to say Shift and the F5 key, selecting black as my fill, say OK. Command deselect. Now you notice that the type has a outline going around it. And those are the steps for today.